everyone. Welcome to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast. I'm Melissa Albers.
And I'm JJ Parker. This podcast is for seekers, seekers of happiness and joy, seekers of a centered approach to success in life, seekers of their true, authentic selves.
Get ready for some real talk on everything from anxiety, emotions, and habits to love, compassion, and forgiveness. We know you'll be challenged and enlightened by this conversation. We're so glad you're here. Let's dive in.
Happy holidays, Melissa.
Woo! Happy holidays. I'm so excited.
I got my candy cane.
Yeah.
And I got my mug of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And I got my ugly Christmas sweater on.
And that's a new one. That's not last year's ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, yeah, you got to keep it fresh.
Oh my God. Wait, I just feel like I want to ask, how many ugly Christmas sweaters do you own?
Well, I try to only actively own one at a time. But like it's a cycle. You don't want to build up or repeat from year to year.
Okay, well that's true. Well, I love your commitment for this. This is awesome.
And there's just so many fun ugly Christmas sweaters to be had.
Oh, I know.
You just need to keep up.
One of my clients showed up this morning on a Zoom call, and he was just grinning from ear to ear. He's a pretty big guy. He's like well over 6'3". And he had gotten all excited because he saw a, quote, Christmas sweater, aka like the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life, on like Facebook or, Instagram, like one of those ads, right? So like over 30 days ago, he orders one. Of course,
nice.
It doesn't get there, right? Until last night. Okay. So he's all excited because it's like this, it's supposed to look like it's like you're not wearing a shirt. Okay. And then it's got the hairy chest and it's got tats everywhere, right? But the problem is, when it did show up, he ordered it in a pretty good size because he's not a little guy. Mm-hmm. Even though he ordered it in a good size, it was skin tight. And the material wasn't sweater. It was like really thin nylon. And it was flesh colored.
What you're describing is exactly what it should be. Super tight, right? It just looks like he's naked.
Well, he could hardly tell the story. He was laughing so hard. So he just sent me a picture. And let me just tell you, it looked real. It looked like he wasn't wearing a shirt at all. And I'm like, well, let that be a lesson to you. Not all Instagram ads are great. Like, I'm parroting what my kids say all the time, but what a great Christmas look.
That's awesome.
Hairy belly button, not good. It's just not good. I really like yours though. So let me just describe it because I know I described yours last year. This one is very jaunty. It is black and it has a shoulder pad look, sort of crisscrossy material across the shoulders. It has a big snowflake in the center where your heart is, or slightly higher. And then it has a whole row of jaunty little snowmen with little hats that almost look more like French berets, really. And
the artistry is not the highest quality.
Oh, don't say that. I've never seen one so nice in my life. And then the next row is a Santa in the middle of some Christmas trees. And then it's got little bits of yellow stars smattered throughout the entire sweater. Like that thing, you got a lot going on there, my friend. That is on point. I love it.
And it's knit and it's thick and it's super hot.
I wonder because you have the sleeves up rolled over your elbows.
Oh, yeah.
Over your elbows.
It might come off halfway through the pod because I'm dying. But that's what Christmas is about.
Yes, being uncomfortable and hot.
Uncomfortable and hot, yeah. Well, I think everyone's in super good Christmas spirit.
I hope so.
Lately.
Yes, I hope so. And if not Christmas,
we've had a couple of we're not going to go back and talk about it.
No.
But we've had a couple of not so awesome Christmases the past few years.
Yes, true.
With the COVID and the not being able to gather and all the social weirdness that has come along with that.
Yes.
And now that COVID is kind of on the downswing and it's like optimism is high and everyone's getting together. And
so is consumerism. Fun. Like we broke all records.
Consumerism is rampant.
Consumerism it hit a new record for Cyber Monday, the most money ever spent.
The number one marker of Christmas cheer is Consumerism.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it is. We went to with my in-laws. They like to take the kids to the mall
Yep.
to like go
Oh,
shopping
that's
just
right. I
before
forgot
Christmas. Like
that. Yeah.
it's like a thing they do. And we went and it was packed. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the Santos was out and the guy was playing the piano echoing through the mall and there's a
Oh, that's
million people
awesome.
shoulder to shoulder
Okay, that's not
and
awesome.
um yeah, but it was,
But it was fun.
it was great. There's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
good
Yeah.
energy.
My daughter
Yep.
went to Ridgedale, which is a local mall here in Minneapolis for our non-Minnesota listeners. And it was so packed on Black Friday that she had to park in the restaurant Champs old parking lot way across, like a block away from the mall. She couldn't even find a
Wow.
parking spot.
Wow.
I know. I was like, did you ever think maybe just go online then? Or she's like, no, it's fun. It's fun to be in the spirit of that. Everybody's kind of having fun.
It is. Like there is everyone talks about like e-commerce and brick and mortar stores are dead, but there is something about going into a store and having all decorated
I agree.
and looking and shopping for like the perfect present for your loved one.
I agree.
It's great.
I agree. And I'm just so thrilled because I'm still feeling a little guilty about my Thanksgiving Day rant. Remember, I was like, I hate Thanksgiving. But if you'll recall,
ironically, one of our top listened to podcasts. So, sorry, folks, you're not going to get a Christmas rant from Melissa.
No, because
today.
Thanksgiving is the gateway to my favorite, which is Christmas, which is here. La, la, la.
All right, so what's I'm curious because I've never been to your house during
at
Christmas season. I
don't think you have. Or mine, you.
Tell me how it's decorated. I just imagine you've got some like elaborate decorating plan.
Actually, here's where I pivot. My elaborate decorating plan is I drop to my knees and put my hands in a prayer and I say to my daughter, please, Megan, will you decorate the house? Please, please, please. I don't want to. And you do such a good job. Yeah. And they go and get the Christmas tree and my husband go get the Christmas tree and Mitchell hides out until dinner.
I see.
So no,
you let like the diligent, detailed workers of your house take care of the decorating.
Right. If they're willing. And if they're not willing, then I grit my teeth and I go into the Christmas closet, air quotes. I wonder how many people in this world have a Christmas closet or at least a closet where that's where all their stuff is. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness gracious. And it's a huge project to get all those boxes out. But last year, I organized myself. So this year should be great for Christmas. I'm hoping it will.
Nice.
But we do a Christmas tree. We always do a fresh tree. That's a big deal. And I have Christmas you know how some people have Christmas trees that are curated? So like they're all silver and gold or they're all white.
Sure. Yeah.
Or they all have a theme. My theme is all of our family history. So we have all.
How do you do that?
Because I only.
Or how do you do it? Like,
yeah, I keep all of the fun Christmas tree ornaments that I made, that Mitch made when he was little, anything. And even if it looks terrible now because it's decades old, I don't care because I think it adds to the whole fun of it. I have stuff from the kids. All the years, every time when the kids at Christmas time, I always would buy some kind of ornament to represent a fun thing that happened for us that year. So like there's Disney ornaments one year, the only time we took our kids to Disney and said, you better enjoy it because we're never, ever coming back that year. We have really nice ornaments to prove it. So just stuff like that. It just looks like a little woodland, fun, history-laden tree with a bunch of lights, tons and tons of lights.
Cool. Yeah, what I like about that is like you're making your Christmas tree it's like sentimental. It's like a walk down memory lane. Yes. Like the kids can come over and like remember all of those times.
Yeah, it's true. And you know what? I'll also admit that there is always at least one night during this Christmas season that I sit in the living room by myself with all the lights out and just have the tree
Mm-hmm.
lights on, and I have a hot cider, and I just reflect on all of my childhood Christmases. And sometimes I
Awesome.
cry and sometimes I laugh, but I always give myself
Mm-hmm.
that chance to do that. And I really like doing that.
Yeah, what a wonderful moment.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah. How about you? What's
Cool.
your tree look like?
Well, it's all over the place. It's not like a consistent situation. Um, there we have like an artificial tree, which is like 20 years
Oh,
old.
you
It
do?
looks like a sad Charlie Brown tree. But so we got that a long time ago. And then I just got super into like real trees.
Yeah.
So I started getting real trees.
Yeah.
But uh when the kids were little, especially Abby, she didn't like the pine needles that fell off of it. Cause like I think she stepped on one
Oh, and it bothers
and hurt her foot.
Oh.
So it's like every year I'm like, hey, we should get a real Christmas tree. She's like, Dad, why are you trying to hurt me? Like, it's just
That's right.
You're
She
gonna be
said that.
fine.
I remember that
Right.
a couple years ago.
You're 12. I'm sure you can like avoid the handful of needles on the
Right.
carpet.
Right.
Um, but really, my decorating thing is much more about the lights outside.
Oh.
Like I'm going like, full Clark Griswold
You are?
on the outside of our house.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that's awesome. Oh my gosh,
I
I'm
love
driving
outside
by.
Christmas lights.
I'm driving by. I'm going to drive by. Even though it's an hour and 20 minutes out of the way, I'm definitely gonna.
And when I say full Clark Griswold, what I think I mean more is the like cursing at strands of lights that don't work and spending hours trying to fix the one bulb, and it doesn't make any sense to do that.
Do you have that crazy look in your eye too?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're all out. No one can park in the garage or on the driveway. Got like extension cords running all over the yard.
Oh my God, JJ. That sounds about right. Well, what do you...
It's great. I love Christmas lights though. Like
I know.
I've always wondered, like, why don't we dress it's like we're dressing our house up, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just fun.
Okay.
It's just fun. All sorts of different colors, all sorts of stuff, everything everywhere. Like glowing in the night.
Yes.
Like why don't we have that all year round?
Guess what? This year, since my daughter got married, we had all these lights put on in all the trees. They wrapped all the tree trunks, right? We kept them. So we are doing that this year. Like for the first time, our house is totally decked out with lights, and I love it. It's so fun.
Yeah. It's like something about like the snow on top of the lights, and like some of them are kind of underneath the snow but glowing, and like the snow's on the bush and there's lights inside there. It's so fun.
I know it is. It's so fun. Well, another thing that I have been reflecting on in this Christmas season, and by the way, happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends, and all of the other holidays that I am unaware of how to give good greetings to. Please know that I am offering good greetings there too. But I have been sitting here thinking about what I'm really grateful for in this season. I've been spending a lot of time on that, not the consumerism part of it, right? Because I do have many things that can be very grateful for from a consumerism part too. Like I drive a nice car that isn't broken. I have great food. I can, all of these things I'm extremely grateful for. And I also was very reflective on some other things that I don't normally reflect on for being grateful. And I would like to tell you a little bit about that.
I'd love to hear it.
And get ready, because I'm going to ask you what you're grateful for.
Oh, no. I didn't research this part.
Well, just stick that candy cane in your mouth here for a minute and get busy. First of all, I am very grateful for fresh opportunities. Like, I am so grateful for the fact that at this stage of my life, I can still get new work opportunities. I can still have new relationship opportunities. Like I can create fresh opportunities in almost any topic that I think of by simply using my energy and my mind. Like, how cool is that?
That is cool.
I mean, really, truly, that's a really, really amazing thing. And that doesn't cost anything, right? So I'm very, very grateful for that. I am very grateful for my energy levels. I have more enthusiasm and more energy than most people I know. And at the ripe old age of 55, I kind of wonder how long that's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm very grateful for my energy levels because I can get a lot done in a short period of time. And I revel in that. I revel in being enthusiastic and having energy to make stuff fast and to just, whatever, come up with an idea. Yeah, let's try it, and have the energy and enthusiasm to carry me through. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also very grateful for all of my relationships. This has been a tough year for me with some of my relationships. I have amazing opportunities to be in partnership with people. Sometimes it's hard. Some of the relationships are maybe challenging for me, and some of them are wonderful. But you know what? I'm really grateful for those. I'm grateful for all of these relationships for me, because that contrast in the things that are more difficult teach me who I am and help me learn how to be better. And that's the way I choose to think about it. And
that's great.
You know what? If I didn't have any of these really strong relationships, I'd never have any contrast. If I didn't have any contrast, I could never practice. If I couldn't practice, I would never grow. So I know I went deep here, but these are things that I'm like really, really deeply grateful for. I just think it's and I want to be intentional this holiday season to reflect on some of that gratitude and just revel in it. Just revel in it. That gratitude feels really, really good.
Yeah. I like that you went you peeled the onion a little farther back than just like, I'm grateful for my house and, some of the things I have, or some of the surface things. You went deeper. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And my physical health too. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful for that. I got a lot of stuff to do. And if I did not have physical health, everything would come to a halt. I wouldn't be able to do those things. I'm really grateful for that.
Yep. Awesome.
And my dogs. I'm really grateful for
and
my
your
dogs.
dogs and the dogs
and my family. Don't forget all of those. All the standards are still obviously there.
Yeah.
My kids are like, really? You did not mention us once.
Just to let you know, my piece de resistance on the front yard light show is a giant inflatable wiener dog wearing a Santa hat.
Are you kidding me? For realsies?
No, it's like, it's even like up elevated on our retaining wall. I had to make like a special way to mount it, so it was like way up out of the snow,
so everyone could see it really easily.
Oh yeah, yep.
All right, I am going to challenge you. I have a challenge. I have a holiday season challenge. I challenge you to take a good picture of that and post it on the Self-Awareness Journey Facebook page.
I will go do that.
Or have Mitch do it.
That sounds fun.
You got to do
it.
Mitch
have him drive all the way to my house just to take a picture. Oh.
Well, take a picture and send it to him, and then have him do something fun with it. That's awesome. That's my challenge for you.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. What are you thankful for this year? Or what are you grateful for?
Well, some of the things that I'm really grateful for is really like one of my like primary drivers is like this creativity and just being able to like create and dabble with stuff and try and experiment with things.
Yeah.
So the number one thing I'm grateful for is that like I have enough time in my life to be able to do the things that are creative outlets for me.
Yeah.
Even if they're like don't turn into anything, just like the time to be able to dabble with that stuff.
Yeah.
Something I'm super grateful for.
And you're intentional about that piece of you too. Like you always you always have some sort of side fun thing that you're thinking about. You do. You always, I mean,
I'm like a chronic side project person. But even like even as I was wasting like pretty much the entire weekend working on my nifty pickler pickleball apparel website.
I'm honest. Can we just plug that for just a minute? Can we please plug it?
Niftypickler.com. Go there for all your pickleball fashion needs.
JJ has created, he always has a little side hustle. The side hustle du jour is called the niftypickler.com. And he has been designing shirts and other apparel for people that, okay, you have a specific spin on this. People that make fun of pickleball but really love it. Is that right?
Nah,
no.
It started that way. It started like I wanted to make T-shirts about making fun of pickleball, but then I realized like maybe I should just make pickleball T-shirts. So I did.
And they're available
so
right now.
I have one anti-pickleball shirt and like 30 actual
now?
pickleball shirts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, folks, check it out. The Nifty Pickler. We'll just watch the sales now in this whole thing. Yeah, this is great.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
So,
yes.
But that's something I'm super grateful for, that I get to have in my life the ability to like work on these like creative expressions and experimentation. And, and really cool. That comes from like the team around me, right? Like the team at work, right? Mm-hmm. Like the team at Tightrope at my main gig that is awesome and is able to like keep all of that rolling. Yeah. My team at home. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That affords me like the luxury to be able to like spend that time to do those projects. Yeah. So
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a great thing to be grateful for. I just think it's really, this has just been a heck of a year. And it's sometimes fun to rant, but I think it's so incredibly valuable to take time to be grateful, because gratitude is what creates worlds. Yeah. Gratitude is what creates worlds. Gratitude creates change. Gratitude creates growth. Gratitude brings things to you didn't even know were out there for you, Mm-hmm. And I think by really kind of milking this feeling of gratitude, especially in a season where there's a lot of opportunity for that, it feels good. It feels really good.
The other thing as we're going through and we're reflecting and we're thinking about gratitude, like really, really remembering this feeling. Yeah. Right. As you're feeling very supported and loved. And through the holiday season, like remember how that is. So when things are tough later this year, maybe you can recall that feeling.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? I will also say to everyone listening, sometimes it's easy to focus on what we don't have. Sometimes it's easy, especially at Christmas time, to focus on loss, or it's easy to focus on something that doesn't feel good, because it's historical and it just kind of sits in our past, right? And certain things trigger us to remember those past moments. So what I would say is, yes, of course, those things are true and real. However, you have a huge opportunity to create the kind of gratitude that will absolutely eclipse that, 100%. And that takes nothing but intention. It takes nothing but attention. And you are so right. It feels so good to have this feeling. And if we could just bottle this and figure out how to wear it as a necklace around our neck or something every day, it would be awesome.
Oh, that sounds like my next business idea. Awesome.
Gratitude necklaces.
Gratitude in a bottle.
Here we go. The niftypickler.com, folks. Check it out. You can't. It's hilarious, honestly. Anyway. Well, I wish you and yours.
Well, fun, Melissa. Well, have a great holiday.
Yes, you too. And all of your family. And obviously, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it, I'm so grateful for our partnership too. We have so much fun during the year, don't we? We have so much fun.
We do.
We're very lucky.
And lastly, I'm very grateful for all of our listeners.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on the self-awareness journey.
Yes, and can't wait to have you back next year. Woo-woo.
Did you enjoy this episode? Please go to your favorite podcast platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review so others can discover it as well.
Growing self-awareness is a lifelong journey, and there's always further to go. And it's better when we're all in it together. Please think of someone you know who could benefit from hearing today's conversation and share this episode with them. We can't thank you enough for listening. Until next time, happy exploring, seekers.